Live? I think I'm live. God damn. On YouTube? There we go. What up, Cynthia? Just giving this a test run, a little midnight test run. Got a new setup. Yeah, I got a chat. Yeah, I got a chat. What are we fixing tonight? A computer. Nah, just giving this thing a little test run. My boy JFK even telling me to get my computer out and get a little bit more professional and shit. So what's up, people? Yeah, you might catch me outside the Wilbur tomorrow night for sure. I'm just scrolling around. My bad, people. Just bear with me. I ain't got no music or nothing. Not yet. Maybe I'll have like a car running or something in the back or a motorcycle or some shit. I'm only playing. Yeah, I believe the Wilbur is sold out. Nice. I'm trying to figure this all out. I'm just looking around on this thing. It's a little confusing. I don't have much stuff loaded in here. Oh, I don't know. I don't really think so. Susan. But I might be out there. A little groundwork. So how was everybody's day? I don't know how the oh my, it looks real dark. Yeah, definitely. You'll catch me out there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this. Oh, there we go. Does that mean you can see the chat on the side too? Real small? If it's like that? Was she really sent back to jail? I didn't hear that. Wow, I didn't hear that. That ain't cool. I feel bad for that lady. She was just on the courthouse stairs with Bradle and that's crazy. Wow. Wow, ladies, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't hear about that. I'm gonna have to update myself. Wow. Yeah, I mean that's a crazy case right there. Then yesterday we had, Charlie Kirk there. That's just blows my mind. This world's coming to. Yeah, Mike on the Young Jerks. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's just a. I mean, just to see just to see an assassination like that on TV, or you seeing a glimpse of it on a new, you know, everything's just out there, and ain't no good. We all get to see that kind of shit. I mean, that shit can create some trauma. Yeah, yeah. This is good. Glad this worked, and a few people can. I agree. I agree. Right there, it's not in a good place. We're not fixing anything tonight. Sorry. I know what I did. I did fix something today, but nothing on nothing. I was actually in my garage and I was looking around and I found this old shifter ball somebody made me. Well, put it on your shifter. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know really what the outcome with Karen would be tomorrow night. I mean, in a perfect world, it would be nice to, be in attendance, but I don't know. I heard that clip from you know 94.5. But that's a Boston channel that reaches a lot of people. So you know I'm sure that Turtle Boy used keywords. You know, I do, I do. You mean for Kelsey? That would be nice if she did. I didn't see that on the side. My bad. Yeah, that would be. I mean, that would be great for some support. I mean, when she walked out that courthouse stairs, I don't know if there was a crowd of people like there was for her. So that speaks volumes, with the support and the people rallying up. So I feel bad for her for, you know, having to go back to jail over this. It's got to be tough for her. Prayers for her. Yeah, yeah. Missy Eric, I agree. Um, Me, I like a lot of hip hop. I like rock. Um, the '90s, late '90s. I used to drive around with speakers in the back of my car and shit. What up, Gigi? Just testing out my new computer and stuff. Gotta figure out how to set this all up. This was my first test run. Just doing a little test run tonight. Didn't know if JFK was gonna hop in. I would have thrown him a link or something. I know he's around. He's in my town. We touched base earlier. I tried sending it through Messenger, but I had to do all kinds of stuff just to get on here like this, using a hotspot, piggybacking my phone. So I'm working it. I'm working it, people. Yeah, the new bridge, they got the best steak tips. If you like steak tips, hit the new bridge. That's cool, Gigi. He's a good man. Yep, Gen X. Even if he's seen that I was out here, goddamn, James, I'd throw you a link too. How I can do this and shit. Let me see. Hold on. I might be able to. I might be able to do something. I might be able to call in a troop real quick. Give me 1 second, people. Sorry. My bad. I don't have my glasses either, but this is good. I like this. Might make things a little easier for me with my projects. I was snooping around the garage today, though. I did find my little shifter knob. Fucking psyched. A buddy of mine made these. Yeah, I got a truck. I might put it on the column shift. I like cool shit like that. Yeah, sorry. It's not. Yeah, Little Miss Red Velvet. I busted out the computer. I'm just test running this thing. I know it's a little late. This is it. This is it, Velvet. Velvet OG. Just set this shit up. It's made out of some kind of plastic. There was a guy that was working for this plastic company. He made a couple of these for a few friends. It's pretty cool. To be totally honest with you, I'll tell you what a friend of mine did with this, right? And I have the. So we had these motorcycle fenders, and he took like Pastor of Paris or whatever that stuff is. Like he took fiberglass with the resin, and he laid it over, and he pushed his fingers all inside all these, to make all that impression. And then we popped one of these out, and he had this like fiberglass piece of cloth with this face protruding through it, and we put it on the front fender of a motorcycle, and it looked pretty damn cool. I still have the fender somewhere. We did a couple of them. That's in that garage somewhere. There's a fender with that skull popping through the front of it. Yeah. It's cool. I'm just checking out this chat. My bad. I'm a little slow with this. Yeah, I'm going to try to get on here a couple times, maybe 3 times a week, with some projects and shit. I'm going to start cleaning, get into my garage. I got a nice workbench with my tools hanging up and shit. I just haven't got in there yet. Want to make the shit look right, And then there's a lot of shit that I'm going to go through. Got a couple of dirt bikes in there, and think there's a little mini ski mobile somewhere. I remember a couple mopeds, some pedal bikes. You got mail. Cool. Definitely, I'll keep you in mind for sure. I had gotten this. It's a little Chromebook. I mean, it's gonna serve me my justice. But now that I got everything like logged in, I generated a StreamYard account. I had to load a home page on this thing, and I had some free time, so I figured I'd come out in the backyard and relax for a couple minutes and tune in. God damn. We got JFK down there. Yo, let me throw a link. Let me share a link, man, in the chat, bro. God damn. You want to pop on, bro? Come up in my studio and shit. Fucking locked up in the Chrome and shit. The Chromie. I'm taking the Chromie for a ride. Fucking hotbox in this thing. But yeah. God damn. Joining in from Canada. Nice. Welcome. Canada, huh? You like cars? You ever see any Beaumonts up there? Is it a Beaumont or Beaumont? Beaumont. Yeah, Beaumont. It's the Canadian version of a Chevelle. They're pretty badass, man. You ever see any of them driving around? I'm from Massachusetts, man. One step closer. God damn. You're more than welcome, JFK. Shout out to JFK. Check him out on the Cash App. JFK Show Off on the Cash App. Yeah, man, I got a chat rolling. Can highlight some shit. God damn. Love cars. That's cool. Yeah, I was just thinking of when you said Canada, man. That's great. Welcome aboard. I'm in. I'm in StreamYard, bro. Fucking locked and loaded. They were just talking in the chat how that girl Kelsey from North Andover, JFK, man, she's back in jail. Fucking sad shit. I guess Young Jerks had a good little episode on it. Yeah. Crazy shit, man. Poor chick. Back in lockup. It's a shame. But I guess that's how shit goes in this good old lovely Commonwealth. That's why we've been getting up here. We've been speaking on a lot of stuff. You know, I'm sure there's more to that story that we'll I don't know how deep we're going to find out about it, but the judge was harsh with her conditions. Feels like my screen's blue. I don't know how it looks out there. It feels dark and shit, but it looks dark. Cool. Thanks, Gigi. Nice canines. So what else? What else can I talk about? They're on like they got this manhunt going on. Did they find somebody with in regards to Charlie Kirk? I know they got this crazy manhunt. I thought I heard something about there was so many public people trying to give tips. It was like it overreached the Boston Marathon thing. Crazy this world, man. Yeah, JFK. A cop locked up. What do you think, people? What do you think it's like? Kelsey's gonna have it tough. I mean, now she's gonna call her lawyer when she gets a chance. She's got to meet in a little room. She's got this big folder with all this paperwork and shit she's carrying through the jail. I'm sure it's a lot tougher to try to fight a case being inside there than, you know, being able to go home or, you know, be out in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Being able to grab a cup of coffee when you want to, and big time. Big time. She's gonna lose her mind. I mean, she's already got some you know, it's called mental health. You know, if you're trying to hurt yourself or, go about things that way. She's up against it right now. She's up against it. It's not easy in there. I mean, and she's at a place where you know you've heard it before. On the JFK show off, and James Jackson speaks out about it. She's in a lockup that a multitude of people women in there with some crazy charges. You know, and I'm not saying. I mean, it's she could have put one of them in there. You know, I mean, you never hear that the cops you know going to jail ever have it good. And for someone that's trying to fight a case and you know she's got the absence of her kid, her relationships fucking down the tubes, her career's over. I mean, where do you pick back up from that after you're fighting this? Missing her baby. Let's put that right up there because you know what? Anybody that's got kids, you know, it's devastating. It's devastating. Yeah, I can't even imagine either. Yeah, we're all praying for her, Cheryl. I'm sure there is a real story behind all this. If she does have any parents, they should be filing for, you know, grandparent guardianship or some shit, or visitation rights. Or, I mean, I know it's at a young stage, but it's crazy. I bet. Missing her baby, man. Let me tell you. So, cool. I'm glad the screen looks all right. So I got a couple people in here. I see some names that have been following me, and you know, I want to thank all you guys too, because I'm up to it's like 820 subscribers, and I'm telling you, I think that's amazing. I mean, this is something that I've wanted to do too. Um, I like doing these lives. It's almost, it's like a time capsule in my eyes. And I got a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna share with all you guys. You know, not only little projects, but some memories and shit. I'm sure we'll spark some great stories. Um, yeah, definitely. We'll definitely invite Nurse Kim to my house. Yeah, I look forward to it too. It it'll definitely be a fun journey. What's up, Joanne? Let me check out these chats over here and say hi to everybody. Jessica, what's up? Amy Crew, K9s, Gigi, what up? M Susan, Opal, MCC, yeah. Glad you guys are all jumping on board here. Just started this little call. I've been calling it the Chromie. Taking the Chromie for a ride for its first test run. It was just like a last minute thing. It was like create a studio, pick a layout, and I said, "Man, I'm smashing the live button." So here we are. Yeah, it was a good. Yeah, making changes. What up? Yeah, that was a good little talk about the snowblower the other day. It's crazy, but like when I was when I was doing this full time, right now the phone would be ringing for snowblowers, and I'd have a list. Shit, I used to keep good records of all the equipment I picked up. I had these folders that I did a lot of pickup and delivery, free pickup and delivery, and I went all over the place. Cambridge, Boston, Malden, Everett, Somerville, Saugus, Lynn, Salem, Swampscott, Marblehead. I'll tell you, I enjoyed, um, service and equipment. I'll tell you, it brought, you got a lot of thank yous, and you'd be surprised how many times, you hear that word thank you, you know, makes you feel good. Sometimes we do things in life that we don't get a thank you. And sometimes it's needed, but, you know, I can remember like in snowstorms or before a crazy storm would hit, I threw a picture up on a post the other day. It was it was a picture of where my shop is. That was my front yard. Um, I probably had 70 to 80 snow blowers in the yard, and that was at a time right around now. People would start wanting to get them in, and you know when you're fixing something and somebody needs it, you know they're happy, you know, and a lot of repeat customers. They don't want to deal with the bullshit. They don't want to. They would call me up and say, "Hey, what do I do? You know, start that thing up, run it out of gas, put it away for the winter. You're done using it." Same with the lawn equipment. I used to do. I used to service a few landscaping companies. Their sanders in the back of the trucks, the plow trucks. All those sanders, they usually have a gas powered Briggs and Stratton motor in the back of it. It runs, you know, a little propeller that spits the sand out and salt. So I used to do services and all them conveyor belts and the big buckets, and jump right up inside there, oil all the buckets and the conveyors and stuff. It was it's pretty fun. I liked all that shit. I'm still a mechanic now. I don't go as hard out here as I used to, but it was a lot of fun. Learned a lot of shit. I don't know if I can scroll though. Oh, I definitely can. Yeah, I'm in Massachusetts. Yeah, let me tell you, those guys, man, they're great. Goddamn JFK, James Jackson. You guys bring a lot to the table, man. Get up there in their show. You know, you see me, I'm over here staring to the right of the screen. I wonder, I've seen JFK in action, man. Fucking dude shuffling shit. I'm over there fucking saying, God damn, bro. Shit, I have to figure out how I can take phone calls and shit. I take some live calls and shit. I don't know how to do that yet. My bad. I was just looking through some stuff. Yeah, this is great, man. But yeah, I'm psyched. Sorry, people, if you jumped in. Um, I was trying to explain that. Oh, wait a minute. Um, this is a test run. This is a test run with the computer. Yeah, baby step. I'm on baby steps right now. Yeah, there's some more drama going on out there, Gigi. They're going at it. You know, it's tough. This is a great community of people. And we've all been speaking on some great points with the corruption and the injustice. The case with Francis Gigalati out in Haverhill. Let me tell you, that case irks me, man. You know, I look at that dude, you know, like he could have been one of my friends. I've looked through some of the pictures on the Justice for Francis Facebook page, and he had a craftsmanship with that roofing and the gutter making, and he was just a real he was a talented kid, and ooh, goddamn, that sounded like a car accident. Yep, someone ran the red light. I can hear them arguing out there. Some crazy shit, let me tell you. A live crash. let's talk. Like, I don't. I mean, I'm from the city. Like, let's say even Boston. I mean, just the traffic nowadays is like just ridiculous. You know, I mean, road rage, like it's just unbelievable. What up, Laura? Just on a test run right now. I'm on a test run with the computer. I was setting up a stage and trying to figure out all this stuff with the screen and shit and the chat. And I hit the live button. I hit go. Said, fuck it. We're doing it. Fucking no breaks. Thanks, Laura. Yeah, traffic sucks, especially in the cities, you know. Then like the past couple of, past 2 or 3 weeks, you got schools starting up. Some communities start a little earlier than others, but you start getting that morning, school traffic and buses being out. And it's just gets congested. I don't really have too far to go to work and stuff, but I mean, I know people that drive a good distance to get to work and in and out of the city, going into Boston. It's crazy. Yeah, Route One's constant accidents, man. It was just another accident. I'm in Lynn, Massachusetts, so I just heard of an accident a couple days back with a motorcycle on Walnut Street. Seems like the same intersection. You just can't get over it. It's just everybody's in a fucking rush. Yeah. What up, Carissa? We live. We're doing a test run. We're doing a test run. Goddamn, Laura. I love my coffee mug. Should I take that shit with me every day? Yeah. It's like exactly. Let me throw that up. Fuck a great point. Great point making changes. It's like hurry up and wait to get to the intersection. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, let's fly up the street to the red light. Fuck the people trying to back out of their driveway. I fucking got to get to that light. Got to sit there. And then we think about the road rage. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I ain't gonna tell you that I'm perfect, but I've tried backing out of my driveway, and it's like, yo, man, fucking red light at the end of the street, man. You look like you're fucking flying to get to the red light. What up, Robin D? Good evening, morning, everyone. Yeah, everyone is in a big rush, Cynthia. You know? Yeah, free the witches. Free the witches. Yeah, people are always out for themselves. It's crazy. I took the day off last week. The week, yeah. This is the second. Yeah, so 2 weeks ago I took the day off, take the kids to school for the first day and stuff. And I pull out of dunks. I stopped at dunks after, and I think we went out for breakfast after. And when I left dunks, I'm pulling out, and this person's beeping and beeping and beeping like the light's red up ahead. Someone just took a left up, going this way, and I'm going this way. So I pull out because there's no traffic coming, but someone fucking stabbed the gas and he's right up my ass, goes right around me and jumps in front of me. I mean, it's somebody I know. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I'm like looking out the window and shit. I'm making eye contact through the fucking the side mirror. I'm like, hey, I'm sure they felt like a fucking, like, whoops, my bad. But it's like, damn, fuck. Yeah, there's a lot of craziness going on the buses, on the trains. We live in a world of iPhones. Everybody's capturing everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's right. Settle down, you're going nowhere. It's crazy. It's crazy too that, I mean, around my area, they're doing a lot of construction. So I remember that day we dropped the kids off first day of school. They were cementing the sidewalks like 300 yards from the school. All the kids, in the upper grades, they walk home. You know, they had the whole sidewalk taped off. I mean, you're forcing them to walk in the street. You know, it's like, who the hell fucking does it? Who the hell schedules that for the first week of, the first day of school? You guys are gonna cement the fucking sidewalks. I'm not talking in just one spot either. I'm talking in like 4 or 5 locations all around the school. Just fucking blows my mind. Right, Gigi? What the fuck are they doing? I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind a couple of roads that are like smooth. You know what I'm saying? Everything's fucking killing your car. Fucking ruining your suspension, your shocks, your struts, all your front end parts. You hit that pothole and you're like, oh, ball joints. You ain't kidding. Yeah, no bother. Right? Yeah, grocery store rage. There we go. That's a good little conversation we could have. God damn. I'd rather. Let me tell you something. If if I could roll through my grocery store in a fucking bumper car, like you see at the amusement parks, I'd fucking love it. I'd love it. Imagine that fucking bumper car with the fucking flag and shit. Because you got people that got, you got two carriages, fucking. I mean, and I get it. I mean, I've double carriaged it before, but make some, put your backup beepers on or something. I think they should give, caution lights. Should have like a fucking, market basket should give out like a vest with fucking reflectors on it. Because, you got to, people, they don't give a fuck. People don't care. Everybody's in a fucking rush, even at the grocery store. Fucking department stores. When I went to Burlington Coat Factory the other day. Fucking lines out the motherfucking door. You got fucking 15 registers open. That place is a fucking nightmare. Yeah, I agree. Like everything's gotten smaller in the grocery store and the prices went up. I mean, we can't make this shit up, people. You know? You know? I mean, apartment rentals. Fuck. You gotta make 3 times. You gotta make shit 3 times whatever the rent is on paper on income. You know, to even go, get to even finish the application, they want to see that. I mean, that's tough. You going to looking at a 2-bedroom apartment for $2,400 or something. And you got to make 7,500, almost $8,000 a month to even be able to look at it. That's tough for some people, man. Yeah, the roads are crazy. You ain't kidding, making changes. You know, and that's what it is. You get, yeah, right now it's not. It's just sometimes it's not livable for people. Sorry, I'm still looking around, still checking shit out. I know this is a lame live. I'm glad you guys are here. There's only a couple people dropped off. It's getting late. I don't even know what time it is. Yeah, goddamn. Sorry, I don't sleep much, anyways. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, Robin. Yeah, it's my first live. It is. Like I said, this is a test run. It shows like, I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see the chat scrolling on the bottom of my screen? Like this screen right there, like over here. You can see the chat. I've never seen that before, like when I'm on a live. You can. That's cool. Yes, I can. What up, Skyview? What up, Nancy? Carissa, you still chilling out here with me? Amy Crew, yeah, you're here. I seen you out there, Little Miss Red Velvet. Lara, glad you guys jumped on this fucking test run with no brakes. Thanks, Lara. E-brake, Kev. Yeah, we run on the e-brake. Thanks, Skyview. I don't know what happened. Batman's. You ain't shit. R&Ds. R&Ds. Good times. But I did. I actually, when I was in my shop and I found my little shifter knob, I I dug out a couple of recoils that I had on the shelf. One that was messed up, and you know, because those recoils with those snow equipment or even a lawnmower, sometimes you know the rope will break, and you know you can get a replacement line and spool it up and restring it real quick. But some of them, there's an internal spring that winds the recoil itself. Um, they can get sprung. A spring can get sprung, and you got to get a little further in with it. So you got to break it all down and take the spring out and either replace it. I can repair it. Yeah, a spring can get sprung. And I got another good video I was thinking about. I gotta put a tube in a wheelbarrow. The front tire on a wheelbarrow. It's no good. I just picked up a tube the other day. Somebody asked me to do that. Engines are they're pretty simple, you know. You know, it's funny you said that, Laura, because I'm gonna do a video on that. I actually got I'm standing in my yard the other day. I don't know what I was doing. I was messing with my truck or something. I had the hood open, and this guy Tommy, he pulls up and he's like, "Hey, can you help me with this weed whacker? I need to put the trimmer line in there." And I did it leaning inside the car, for Christ's sakes. But that would be a great one, because there's actually little tricks of the trade with redoing the lines on trimmer, especially if it's a double line. I'll show you a couple tricks on how to load that. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on the weed whacker heads. It was a great point. I'm glad you just reminded me about that. We actually put fuel lines in a weed whacker the other day. And while we were talking about the weed whacker, we got to bring up our boy Kevin from South Boston. But I'd like to do a couple of videos. Like I want to do one on sharpening and balancing a lawnmower blade. I think that'd be a great video. We'll break down this wheelbarrow tire, put a tube in it. That's a good one. I got some tricks for that too. Make it real easy. You can struggle with a wheelbarrow tire. It's, a couple screwdrivers, some WD, and a pair of vice grips. And Kevy will turn into a time machine. Yeah, rebuilding a carburetor. Definitely. What I plan on doing, Laura, is my garage has been shut down for a while, probably the past like 6 or 7 years. So I got a bunch of stuff in there that it's just like a ghost town. I mean, I go in there from time to time, grab my tools and fix shit, but it's really packed. When I took my Buick motor out and I redid the front of my car, I had the car in there and I was working on it. And me and my daughter, actually. And then after that, I don't know, some shit was going on, and I had to get there was a motor out in the yard and a transmission over here and a Jeep front end over there and a set of tires over here. It started almost looking like a junkyard, so I started putting stuff up on the second floor of the garage, and it's just packed up. But I'm going to start cleaning the garage out, and I'm going to find a bunch of shit. Yep. We got some BMX bikes in there for sure, too. Actually pulled out one tonight. My daughter was driving her bike around, and we had to fill the tires up. Got a pretty cool mini bike. That I got for the kids. Yeah. Harrow BMX. Yep. I had a Hutch Trickstar, Diamondback, Mongoose, Redline, and some cool bikes. I got a bike right now, a 21-inch bike that I picked up. It's called Two Hip Bikes. That's the company. Two Hip Bikes. It's a pretty cool bike. My kids are young, 7 and 8. Me, I was born in 79, 85 California Mongoose. Yeah, yeah. I had a Diamondback California Light. I remember that. I'll tell you, man. When I was a kid, right? Tell you a quick story. When I was a kid, I used to go down Revere Beach, and back then the kids they were BMXing right there at the right across from Kelly's roast beef. They were doing tricks. That was like shit, the late 80s, just getting ready to go into the 90s, and they were good. I was all into that shit. That changed my whole fucking theory on bikes. I knew what those bikes were compared to like going to like Rich's department store or Caldo's or something and getting a bike. Because the first time I remember getting a bike, I don't know, the shit had those streamers on it and all these. If I took all that shit off, fucking cut the streamers, took all the reflectors off and shit. Remember my mother saying, "What the hell are you doing? I ain't rolling with that shit." Yep. Break dance. Yep. Yep. I remember watching Crush Groove, Breaking, all them movies back in the day. Run DMC, LL Cool J. I remember that movie though, Crush Groove. It was a pretty cool flick. I know your mom was cool. It's because our moms had the same name. That's why. That's why she liked me. Yeah, the banana seats, K9s. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is she in Amesbury? Close to your sister. That's cool. That's good. At least she gets that company. Sorry to hear that, Laura. Yeah, those Schwinn 3 speeds. They had the banana seat. Yep, they were pretty cool. They had shifters and shit. The Thunder Road. God damn, making changes. The Huffy Thunder Road. I'm sure, Laura. Well, listen, this shit has been real. And this is going to make it a lot easier because now I'm all plugged in. Um, this will make it much easier for me to do what I want to do. And I've been dying to use this because I can interact now, you know. Before I wasn't able to interact on my phone. And I'd be out here with my phone and trying to charge that shit. But this has been great. I'm glad everybody showed up for the test run. Got 39 people in here. Big shout out to all of you that are subscribed to me. I'm at like 820 subscribers. Just can't believe it. All because of you, all you people spreading the word and sharing, and you know. Yeah, the numbers are growing. Yeah, I know. 40 you guys. That's awesome. I wish I had something to fix. The only thing I think I showed today was I was all psyched. I was in the garage looking for something, and I found this shifter knob. Found this shifter knob. Somebody made it out of plastic, and I think I'm gonna put it on my car, or one of my cars. I might have to bring it to work, or find a tap for that, and clean up the threads a little bit. And I told a little story how we took this skull, this plastic skull. It's yellow, and we wrapped fiberglass over it, and we wet it down, and we formed it. You know, we pulled it tight so it got all the impressions of the. It's pretty detailed. It's got like all the teeth in it, the eye sockets. It's kind of creepy looking. Got real teeth in there and shit. Um, we wrapped it with fiberglass, and then we peeled the wrap off, and it was like this sheet. It was just this like clear, cloth sheet, but this face was protruding out with the head and shit. And we put it on a fender, front fender of a motorcycle, and wrapped it all around. And I got the fender somewhere. It's either in my shed, or I started working on my bike when I started pulling stuff out for the bike, and I got all that shit in my little shed. We gotta get my bike running too. I had to take the carburetor off that. I got an older bike. It's a 1992 Harley Davidson FXRS. It's a pretty cool bike. And I ended up taking the carburetor off it. And I'm going to get ready to break that down. I got to order a kit for it. That'll be a fun, because then we'll be able to put it on and start the bike up and shit. That's the shit I like. I like hearing it run after, you know. I ain't going to fucking clean the carburetor and say, hey, we just cleaned the carburetor. So yeah, I'm gonna shut this down in a minute, and I want to thank everybody And my boy JFK, he's in town. He um, he took an Airbus here this morning, so he's around. And we gonna be outside the Wilbur tomorrow night. So you guys all better tune in, because we're gonna be going fucking live at the Wilbur. So bye everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for the test run. Thanks for the test run. Tune in tomorrow though. I'm gonna be out there asking some questions, looking for some answers. So tune in, people. Peace.